Well. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green, I'm here with you once again. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to everybody watching, listen out there in the world, in the world. Danke. And for those of you who are members, not only do you have members only live streams, but the first Friday of the month, but I'm also mulling over a giveaway because that's also part of being a member. But I got to think not only what am I going to give away, but how will I make it fair for everybody who's a member to get a piece of that shit. So as soon as I figure that out, which will be very soon, I got a giveaway for all you members. And if you want to know what that is, and if you want to have a chance to get that shit, I guess you're going to have to become a member. See all these cool kids with those cool little icons and shit, the badges next to their name. You want to be one of them? You want to sit at the cool kids table? Do that shit. You know how to do it. Go to the page up there where it says community about and all that shit. Or if you go to give a super chat, it will also give you the option, the opportunity to become a member of Green Nation. What's going on, you guys? I missed you guys. I saw shout out to my crew that was on Jericho Green at locals.com on Monday. Shout out to the crew that was live on Rumble with me for JG Live. And here we are back on YouTube. Old Sweet Dick Maloney says, I'm a big member. I'm talking about a member of Green Nation, not, old Sweet Dick Malone, you pervert. But I'm still glad to have your perverted ass right here. Right here. So, looks like we have a female cherry popper for the day. Well, who is it? It's one of them damn cool kids I was just telling you about. Miss Creole Lady. Thank you for the Hamilton. She says, I'm finally free today. All right, good. Well, I'm glad you're using your freedom on me. Spending your free time with us. Shout out to my man, Jay Reason. What up, Loke? Who's next? Paytar, thank you very much. And they said, you have my support, good sir. Thank you. What a beautiful little baby that is. That's what we need. More beautiful, happy, healthy kids in this world with parents who are normal. Remember that? Remember when most parents were normal? The amazing Wong, thank you for the Hamilton. He says, JG, did you hear about the Nigerian brothers speaking on the fake Juicy hate crime? Oh, I did. I did. If you look in the description, I described them as the African Juicy Boys. They are back. Juicy Smollett's crew who pulled off the hoax of the century. Oh, my goodness. Well, they pulled off the hoax of the century if you're a fucking idiot. But if you're not, you didn't believe that shit for 2 seconds. Not at all. Tarim Isaac, what up, man? He says, wait, what I missed? They approved the reparations? Man, hell no. They're never going to approve that shit. We're going to talk about it. That's why I named this live the Frisco's 5 million. If you are one of the select black folks, we still don't know what the criteria is. It just says long-term resident. Okay. If you meet the criteria, you will get $5 million in reparations from the city of San Francisco, but it won't be in like one big, what was his name? Ed McMahon, Publishers Clearinghouse, oversized check. It'll be $97,000 a year for the next 250 years. And also, like, they'll wipe away your debt or some other shit. We'll read it. I've talked about it before, but I have the latest, hot off the press, as of 16 hours ago, what's going to happen with reparations in San Fran shithole. Shout out to Tammy A. and all the other ones who were there on Rumble with me yesterday, man. I appreciate it. We had a healthy little show, and I think we had over 100 people. So cool. Very happy about that. And it's all because of you guys. Oh shit. My bad. This cut right here, this beautiful piece of drinkable art. Get it? mygreengear.com. Mods, help me out. Can you throw that link up in that bitch? mygreengear.com. Oh yeah, I got my sweatshirt on today. I'm decked out. Thank you guys. Tammy, yeah, that's right. Trans too. Yeah, if you are a San Franciscan, if you live in San Francisco and you ain't a dadgum person of color, or you ain't no Ku Klux trans member, you don't mean shit. You are a means to pay those two groups that I just mentioned. That's what you are. If you're not in one of those groups that I just mentioned, you are only there to pay them. Tammy A, thank you for the link. Alicia's picks. She says, I'm 3% Nigerian from slave trade, but I'm white. So do I qualify? You do not. You do not. Sorry. And it's all based on race. What do you call that when you treat somebody a certain way based on race? Forget it. Forget it. Why are you always bringing up old shit? Sorry. I don't mean to bring up the old shit. My B. Bob KMIT says, hey, sailor. Don't say it like that, Bob. Don't say, hey, sailor. Don't do that. But hello. I appreciate that. Alien Robot Ghost. Jericho, do braces hurt? No. They hurt a little, like a tiny bit on a scale of 1 to 10. If it's one of those pain charts at the hospital where it's like, like that, all the way to 10, it's like a 2. It's just a little tension. You feel some pressure on your teeth. Wasn't bad at all. I've only used the wax they give you to put over the wires. Sometimes they'll poke you in the mouth. I've only done that twice in like 2 months. It's not bad at all, man. Once you get used to cleaning them out and shit, they give you a special little toothbrush and this little floss and shit. Man, you got it. It ain't no big deal. Thanks, man. Yeah, they are working. I had Invisalign for almost 2 years. See that bottom row? And then there was some minor moving around up top. So that's why I just had the braces here on top for like another month or something like that. Think about what you think about. Braces usually only hurt when they get tightened. Yeah, and it's only a little bit. Weapon X, that's what she said. Weapon X, don't do that. Can you please maintain some professionalism? At least 10 minutes. We're not even 10 minutes in, Weapon X. Get it together. Heidi Booth says 4 years of braces. I remember. Yeah, my daughter had them for 2. And my son, he'll probably need them too. He's only 7 though. He's only lost like a couple teeth, but he'll probably need them too. Whatever. But my daughter, she had them, but she was very good about keeping them clean. She wear her retainer. She would brush her teeth twice a day. She's very, very responsible in that way. So I'm very glad I didn't have to do a lot of, keeping up, making sure she kept up on it and, constantly reminding her. My son, well, that's going to be something different. Brian King B. Falcon, what up, man? He says, I had braces for 3 years from 15 to 18. But it's great. Well, after you have that nice, beautiful smile, it's a good confidence booster. I always wanted braces growing up, but for some reason, and actually, when I was an adult, not too long ago, I asked my mom, how come you didn't give me braces? And she said, my dad didn't want me to. My dad didn't want me to have braces. He didn't think it was necessary. So there you go. But I like them. I like having straight teeth. I've always had nice teeth. I think my first cavity, I was like 14 years old. I always had good, healthy teeth. It's just that I was actually born without a tooth right here. So that allowed my teeth to move. So that's why I had gaps in my teeth. If you go back to my older videos, like older than 2 years ago or 2.5, 3 years ago, you'll see that. I always had healthy teeth, but they weren't straight and pretty like they are now. So that was just like a personal choice that I made for myself to make me feel better and like my inner Jericho to like feel good. So whatever. Here we go, people. Don't forget mygreengear.com. That's the most important thing. If you take away nothing else from today, take that. And I already told you, Frisco's 5 million. San Francisco is one step closer. And I love think about what you think about it so you can fly a plane through my teeth. Hey, man, I've been there. I had a gap. I heard the jokes. You floss your teeth with rope. You got so many gaps in your teeth. You got a sign on your tooth that says next tooth 1 mile. It wasn't funny when I heard it as a kid, but it's funny now. And so I love the language that they use when they do these articles. Patrick Hattrick, what up, Cincinnati? It's still a little cold there, ain't it? Hey, Adam Smith, that's enough. I love the language that they use in these articles. Well, I think one of the terms was mulling over, or what is it? Assemble a panel. Like, it's never, this is what we're going to do on this date for this long. They're stringing you along. I love that shit. People fall for it, hook, line, and damn sinker. Also, I got some video of Florida Democrats crying like bitches, crying like a child, like a spoiled child when you take their toy away. This is the verbal equivalent to laying on their stomach, pounding their feet, and kicking their legs, and give it back. I want it. Yeah, they're a bunch of Veruca Salts. Remember her? I want a golden goose, Daddy. Give me the goose that lays the golden eggs, Daddy. That's what they are. They're a bunch of Veruca Salts crying like children. Over what? It's not even legitimate. But when you take something, when you take a drug away from a drug addict, there are going to be withdrawals, right? You're going to get sick. You're going to get angry. Give me my shit. You might get a little violent. I think that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing people have their drug taken away, and they're not happy about it. And when you do things like that, when you're trying to remove things, or when you're trying to protect a group of people like they're trying to do in Florida, you can see that you're right based on who's against it. Because who could be against something like this? Who could be against protecting kids? Who the fuck is against that? Well, there are people against it. And you could point, oh, you're a pervert. Oh, you're fucked up. Show me on the doll where they touched you. Oh, you're a piece of shit. You can see exactly who it is. Oh, that shit makes me so mad. Raquita Johnson, what up, gear? She says, hey, JG and peeps, please talk about the GOAT, Ron DeSantis. I am going to talk about Mr. DeSantis. Senor DeSantis. Senor DeSantis, we're going to talk about you today. So they're crying like bitches. I can't wait for you to see the footage. That old man, what's his name? His hand is like this, and it's over the red button that launches the nuclear missiles. And he loves a good couple strands, doink, doink, of children's hair. What's his name? John Jeff? That's a J name. Joe. That's what it is. Joe Biden, Joe something. Sloppy Joe. He's coming after your guns again. And I don't think he's going to stop until he gets them, until we get him out of there. And he also wants to re-ban assault weapons, whatever those are. And I love how he throws out these bullshit terms. And with a lot of people, as long as it comes in the form of a statistic, or it sounds like one, they believe it. Like he says, when I banned assault weapons in '94, mass shootings dropped. And then when it was taken out of effect, mass shootings skyrocketed. They tripled. Shut the fuck up. No, they didn't. You asshole. But that's their bread and butter. Throw shit out there and depend on the fact that most people aren't going to do any homework, and the fact that it comes from somebody in a nice suit behind a podium with a bunch of flash bulbs going off. It's got to be true. And it's a great tactic. It's a great tactic. It's worked so far. Brendan Hammersley, I love it. He says, haha, these nuts. Anytime you can throw these nuts in somewhere, I'm there. I'm supporting it. And of course, like I mentioned before, the African Juicy Boys, they are back on the scene with the gangster lean, and they are walking the route that they took in the infamous Juicy Smollett hate crime. Urgh. It's a hate crime. There's crime, and then there's hate crime. I'm pretty sure that most crimes that you commit especially violent crimes, there's got to be a level of hate there, right? In order for you to perpetrate violence upon somebody for no reason or because of what they believe or what they're into, there's got to be a certain level of hate there already across the board. This is another way to, you feel that? Put your hand over your heart. You feel that? That's them tugging at your heartstrings. That's why they're doing this. They're tugging at your heartstrings. What? No. Emotions, repetition, and emotion. That's what they want. This stuff happens that when somebody does something to you and you're part of a certain group, it's because of hate. The hate in their heart. It's a hate. They did it because they hate them. Oh, give them more time. So we're going to talk about those African sons of bitches. And then I wanted to check in on your climate mental health. I know. Don't tell me. I know. When you hear that, you throw up a little bit in your mouth. Like you might get a couple chunks that come all the way up. When you hear climate. Try it one more time. Climate mental health. Ugh. It's horrible. What the fuck is climate mental health? Is the climate so bad that it's fucking with your mind? What is what is climate mental health? That phrases like that make me angry. Boiling blood, see red, blackout, angry. Climate mental health. That sounds like some shit they made up in the last like 2 years. That sounds like some new bullshit. It's your climate mental health. Climate mental health. People that talk like that use those kind of phrases, that's how they talk. Ugh. Give them hysterectomies and vasectomies now. But yeah, we're going to check in on that. I'm going to check in on your climate mental health. And hold on. Let me make sure I got this. I think it's it right here. Right here. I'm going to find that. I'm going to scroll down here and find that ding dong. I mean, Kamala Harris. You fucking asshole woman, you. Climate mental health. That makes me sick. Okay. Sorry. And also, speaking of Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. Hit it, Willie. The View, those cackling, rancid bitches on The View, those barren womb having hooas, they were one of them that has, I would say, 3/4 of a brain cell, was saying that maybe some people don't like Kamala because of lack of accomplishments. And then Sunny, one of the main dumbasses on that show, she said, she was talking about how, she has so many accomplishments. Where do I start? And the lady goes, okay, name some. And she's like, well, she did. And and the list it was horrible. It was hard to watch. It was awkward, and I love it. I love it when these fucking idiots get tripped up in their own bullshit. It's not hard. All she did was say, okay, name some. So I love that. We're going to laugh at that. We're going to enjoy that. And then also the cute, what's his name? They call him, his name's Jacob something. We'll call him Jake. And he's the guy, what they call the QAnon shaman with the horns and all that shit. There's video of him talking to the FBI on the phone the day after, J7. I know we're so concentrated on J6, but J7, he's on the phone with the FBI and he's calling them saying, people are telling me that you're looking for me. Well, what's up? Well, as any citizen who didn't commit a crime would do. Oh shit, the FBI is looking for me. Let me call them and let them know. Hey, what's up? What do you need? I didn't do shit. What do you mean? That's right, Heidi Booth. I mean, that's what I mean. J6 is July 6th, not January. So many, you guys are so stupid. January 6th. No. Biden came out and made that clear that it's July 6th. That's what he said. So I'm going to go with Joe. Go, Joe. So he is on the phone with the FBI. So if you are the leader of an insurrection, I don't think you would be on the phone with the authorities the next day saying, how can I help you? What do you need from me? That's just not very insurrection-y, is it? You're wanting to burn this bitch down. Less than 24 hours ago, you were up in that bitch, and now you're calling them saying, what can I do to help? That's so weird. That's so fucking weird. How do you reconcile the two? How do you have somebody who is not only was he an insurrectionist, he was the insurrectionist, and he calls the FBI the next day saying, hey, what's up? What can I do? Again, what they told us and what I'm seeing. Who do we believe? Them or our lying eyes? I don't know. You tell me. But enough of that shit. Let's get to some good news, shall we? What's good in the world? I'll tell you what's good in the world. David Savignano. Yes. Give it up for him. I love you, man. Hey, man. That's my quarterback, man. Thank you, David, for becoming a member of Green Nation. Now, you know what that means, guys. Trays up. Stand up, cool kids. Sidestep it. Go. Scoot over. Another cool kid at the cool kids table. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. That's right. Brian King B. Falcon, head of the welcoming crew, says, David, to the Squizod. You made it, man. Call your mom and say, Mom, Rich Waldron, no, you're the best. We the best. J954, welcome. So, where do we start? Which one of these turds do we tackle first? You know what? Let's laugh. Let's start off with some, hold on. A little bit of sad news, and then we'll get into laughing at the View, because that's always good if you can laugh at pieces of shit, right? But what's not cool is Bobby Caldwell, famous singer of the song What You Won't Do for Love, passed away 71 years old. Damn, Bobby. Love that song. And I think if I play a live version, I think that allows me to circumvent the copyright infringements, because live performances are usually, the notes are different. So I think that's one way to get around copyright infringement. If not, fuck it, whatever. I've had them hit me before, but man, come on. Hold on. This is him performing it live, 1978.
Bobby Caldwell. What You Won't Do for Love.
You know this song. Come on. Damn, we're losing all the good ones. I came back to let you know. Came back to let you know, girl. Now, here's my favorite part. Probably yours too. Here it comes. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Damn. Hey. That's a cold ass song right there. My friends wonder what is wrong with me, because I'm in a daze from your love, you see? Man. No, Mental Metal's wife, I will not be singing that song. I will not shit on that classic. I will let Bobby Caldwell do that one. But yeah, R.I.P. Bobby Caldwell, singer of that very famous song. And if you don't know that song, you better get your ass on board because that song is beautiful. Jay Reason. Most of these kids only know the Tupac version, but Bobby Caldwell was the man. Yeah. And until, the internet took over, I thought he was a black dude. He is not. He is a tall, slender, white man. But damn, that sucks. What a great song. What a great song. Love it. I'm adding that to the list right now. That's already on the playlist. So hopefully, hopefully I don't get this shit taken down for copyright infringement, but whatever. I had to play that shit. Shout out to Bobby Caldwell. Yeah, Jay Reason. Bobby has soul, man. He was a great singer. And I don't even know another song that he made. I don't even know. That was enough. That song is the shit, man. I love it. R.I.P. But let's bring ourselves out of it, shall we? So what are those worthless bitches over at The View talking about? Well, they tried to defend Kamala because, they were all campaigning for and black woman. And you're going to hear this idiot Sonny say some of the stupidest shit. She's going to say that black women, we've been saving this country. We're saving this country's democracy for decades. How the fuck is that? What does that even mean? Don't give me that black women. No, us as a group have done this. Not just black women, not just anybody. You don't advance something this big, not only physically, but as an idea, as a belief. You don't advance that without some help. It wasn't just one group, but she's allowed to say stupid shit like that because she's in an echo chamber and everybody around that echo chamber is just as stupid as the people inside the fucking echo chamber. So no one's going to call her out on this shit. And even if somebody called her ass out on the show, she will get shouted down by that fucking walrus with dreadlocks. Joy Behar will have something to say about that. And that big piece of fucking pan dulce, Anna Navarro, she'll have something to say. What are you talking about? You are fucking a racist if you don't think Kamala is the greatest thing since a slice of bread. So she's allowed to say all the retarded shit she wants to, and this is no different. Hold on, got a stupid ad. Here we go.
Always have the View to tout your accomplishments.
I think there's some concern about just the lack of a policy accomplishments that she's made as vice president.
I'm surprised that there's concern. I think it has a lot to do with this. She's a black woman.
I'm surprised that there's concern about Kamala's performance. Bitch, are you stupid? You're surprised that there's concern? And then she says she gives you another layer to this stupid casserole we're baking here. She says, I think it's because she's a black woman. Oh, so she's a black woman this week. I didn't know. I didn't keep up on my Kamala identification chart. She's a black woman this week. Got it. I thought she was still an Indian woman. What? Kamala, what? Because her mom's Indian and her dad's Jamaican. So where does the black woman part come in? Help me figure that shit out. But today, or for the purposes of this exercise, Kamala is a black woman. Got it. And it's funny how she calls her a black woman, but she totally discounts 50% of her DNA. Her mother is a fucking Indian. So just throw that, fuck it. If half of you don't mean nothing, it's all about this. Well, we can get some clicks and some likes and views for. Got it. Go on, idiot.
Black women get everything done. We've saved this country.
Black women get everything done. Like what? How are black women better than anybody else? They get everything done. Not some things, not one thing or two or three. They get everything done. Got it, idiot.
Democracy.
She's obviously amazing, but what specifically?
But, well,
What
Where
specifically?
shall I start? I mean, she was in the Senate, of
But
course.
no, I
she's
mean,
the
as
Attorney
vice
General,
president, of course,
as vice
she's highly.
president. The Inflation Reduction Act. I mean, she was the face of Roe v. Wade. I mean, the list goes on and on.
That's the best.
Roe v. Wade.
And she was in the Senate, of
But
course.
no, I mean,
she's the
as
Attorney
vice
General.
president.
She said as vice president. Don't talk about when she was in the Senate, fuck face. As vice president.
Of course, vice president. The Inflation Reduction Act. I mean, she was the face of Roe v. Wade. I mean,
she was the face of Roe v. Wade. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, I don't have to name. There's so many things she's done. I can only name 0, but she's done a lot. She's done. The list goes on. I mean, she sounded like the heavyweight champ in Harlem Nights. That's what she sounded like. You ever remember that part? We go, I'm knocking somebody fuck out. Come on, baby. That's what she sounds like. You about to be a rich nigga. That's what she sounds like. She sounds like the champ from Harlem Nights. If you've never seen that movie, look it up. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You about to be a rich nigga. Fuck out of here. You love Kamala so much, and she's a big, bad, powerful black woman, and she does everything, and you can't name one thing that fucking harpy has done. Not one. And you can't say cackle, because I know she does that well, but that doesn't count as a vice presidential accomplishment. You stupid ass. Why didn't somebody give her a hysterectomy before she reproduced? Not Kamala, I'm talking about Sonny, because Kamala ain't got no fucking kids. And I don't care what you say. If you don't have children, you view the future of the world differently, because you literally have skin in the game. I'm not shitting on people who don't have kids, and I'm not saying you don't know nothing or whatever. I'm saying you view the future differently when you don't have a child in it. And Kamala doesn't. And who knows, maybe that wouldn't even change her. If she really did have a kid, maybe she would still be the fucking moron that she is now. I'm not saying kids are the fix-all, but you definitely view the future and how things are going to go differently when you have a child who's going to be living in that shit. Mr. Kojak, who loves you, baby. He says if Neck Buddy died, he would be the easiest deep fake, followed closely by the potato. You know what? And I saw, actually here, let's check it out real quick. Boom. Fetterman. You know, we do this every couple days. We want to check up on old Fetterneck. Boom. Fetterman, latest news, top stories, and analysis. Okay. Let's see nothing. Today's what? March 5th. Politico, as of today. Okay. What does this mean? Quieter Senate gives Fetterman recovery room. Democrats have a 50-49 majority as their first-term Pennsylvanian recovers, and with no big thorny legislation on the horizon, this party is giving him ample patience. So it's entirely unclear how long John Fetterman will stay out of the Senate, and Democrats are okay with that. I'm sure they are. The newly elected Pennsylvania Democrat is still getting inpatient treatment for depression at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, with no concrete timetable for his return to the Capitol. His staff released an update on Monday that said Fetterman, quote, remains on a path to recovery, end quote, and is staying briefed on the Senate action. Why would you waste your time briefing him? He's not going to be able to do anything about it. Hey, Fetterman, we just want to let you know about the shit that you won't even be involved in at all. Is that cool? Like, who cares? Why would you waste your time briefing him on what? We have gone through periods of time since I've been in the Senate where members have been gone for lengthy periods of time for good reasons, health reasons. I wouldn't wish that kind of pressure on anybody. Let him get well. Let his family feel he's getting the best care. And those are the biggest priorities. Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin, Democrat from Illinois, says, I wish that this crisis would show a little bit of humanity. What the fuck are you talking about? And yeah, they've had there have been people in the past in politics who've had to step away from their job for a lengthy period of time. No shit, life happens. You don't plan to get sick. You don't plan to have something happen to pull you away from your job. But here's the difference. We saw this shit coming a mile away. When Fetterman comes in the building and you look at your glass and you see the glass shaking every time he takes a step, like Jurassic Park. Where the Senate? We saw this shit coming a mile away. He started a debate by saying good night. That's the difference. We saw this bullshit 10 miles away. And it happened weeks. The motherfucker was there for weeks and he's already out. Come on, man. That ain't the same. Asshole. Democratic whip. Dick Durbin. J954, thanks, man. He said the wheels on the bus go round and round. That fool couldn't even sing wheels on the bus in the right key. Come on. That's like not knowing the key that Happy Birthday is in. Fucking monster. So yeah, that's the latest on Fetterman. That's the latest. Game Hinge Patriot, he says Obama endorsed him, remember? Yeah, so did Sloppy Joe. So did Sloppy Joe. Whole bunch of those dumbasses endorse this fucking ogre. Oh, fuck. My goodness. Guys, let's check in. Okay? Let's check in on your climate mental health. How is your climate mental health? Are you feeling confident in the repair of the environment? How does that make your climate mental health feel? Because your climate mental health is key to living a happy, long, and prosperous life. Fuck is going on? Climate mental health. Kamala, you ain't shit. You know that? You ain't shit, woman. And I apologize for any excessive cackling that you might have to live through in the next few minutes. Let's see. There it is. Climate mental health. Some of these words and terms that they come up with, don't they just make you angry? Like you want to pick up the heaviest piece of furniture you can handle and throw it through a window. And someone may or may not be sitting in it when you do. You know what I mean? Like some of the shit these people say, it goes unchallenged. It's almost like, and I'm not saying you should, because here at Jericho Green Enterprises, we do not condone violence to combat somebody's words. But I'm just saying, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you feel like this. Like all on the side of that dude took 400 punches right in here in like 2 square inches of his face. I'm not saying you should go out and do that. But sometimes you feel like it, or you might feel like doing this. Don't do that to somebody who says some stupid shit like climate mental health. I'm just saying. You might feel like doing that. Cackling moron in a pantsuit. What do you have to say about that? There it is. It's up here now. Come on. Have you ever heard something so stupid that it makes you sleepy? Like it's making your brain is like, in order to save myself, I have to shut you down because they can't allow this to come into our ears. Worried about what that would mean. What if they want to start a family, but they're too concerned about their climate mental health? What if they want to have a family? They're activism. Oh my God. Is there a more unlikable person on this planet than this idiot right here? Climate mental health. No, never mind the fact that 100,000 plus people are dying from fentanyl overdoses, or illegals are pouring over the border, or inflation, or us being overtaxed. Please tell me about your climate mental health. Like, I picture her when she was asking him that, if this even really happened. Like, were you on your knees, like, oh, please just tell me about it. What the fuck are you talking about? Climate mental health. What does that mean? And why do I give a shit? These young people. These young people. What the fuck? Oh, I'm not gonna bear this alone. No. You're gonna suffer through this with me.
Climate mental health. And she talked, I said, I think I understand that, but unpack it for me. And she talked about how her peers are thinking about it. One example is, whether when they're ready, could they start a family? Worried about what that would mean. And the stress of it. They were talking about it in terms of their peers, trying to figure out, they're going to have to get a job and they're going to have to make a living, but what can they do and how can they adapt the education that they're having now to their activism? I mean, one of the young leaders was talking to me about climate mental health. I said, tell me what's going on with your peers. Climate mental health. And she talked, I said, I think I understand that, but unpack it for me.
Bitch, shut up. What the? They would have kids. Oh my God. Calgon, take me away. This old man fucker is up there acting like climate mental health, whatever that is, has this extreme, profound effect on the mental state of young people. Now, I was thinking, Nicholas X says he's hella dead over here. Come back, man. I need you. Don't you die on me. Don't you fucking die on me. J954 says Big Mike is going to unpack. No, I think Big Mike is a packer, not an unpacker, if you know what I mean. But so I was thinking who, because she just says one of the young leaders, because we don't want to raise a generation of kids who are going to think for themselves, who are going to be productive members of society. No. We don't want that. We want a generation of activists, right? So she says one of the young leaders, and she doesn't say what grade they're in, but let's say they're college kids. This is what you're thinking about in college? Yeah, you're there to get an education and shit, but college, that's in your late teens, early 20s. Shouldn't partying and fucking be in there somewhere, maybe thinking about the job you're going to get when you're out. But no. We're Kamala. We're worried about our mental. Right? So let's say they're high school kids. Why are you even thinking about that? These high school kids are supposedly worried about the future and having kids. Man. Worthless. If you had to describe Kamala in one word, it is worthless. Absolutely worthless. Like if you got rid of her, you wouldn't notice a change. Either way, good or bad. Like you would look up from your desk a month later and go, anybody seen Kamala? I haven't seen her since last month. Oh, Swamp Fox 1732. And our fucking voice. And they were worried about their climate mental health. Ugh! I can't stand that fucking idiot. She's a holy shit. So let's go from one crying bitch to another, shall we? Yes, we shall. Your climate mental health. She's second in command. If old fuckface goes down, that's who we're going to have driving the ship. Oh, my goodness. So there are these jackasses, these Florida Democrats who are there and they're protesting against these new bills that are coming down from Mount DeSantis. And one of the people are quoted as saying, "You are erasing our trans babies." I think that there is no such fucking thing as a trans baby or a trans minor. Anybody under the age of 18 is not trans. They are victims of fucked up parents. Something happened to them, or their parents are mouth-breathing morons. But there are no trans kids, and there are damn sure no trans babies. How can you be a trans baby? A baby can't even hold its head up, but it's tackling complex issues like, what gender am I in my little baby body? I still have the clamp on my umbilical cord. When you cut the umbilical cord of a baby, it's clamped off and eventually it will fall off. These babies still have an umbilical cord attached to them, but they can figure out what gender they are. They still have a soft spot in their head, but they're able to tackle the issue of, what gender am I? Right, you fucking perv. Look at this motherfucker right here. He's about 23% CBH. Here we go.
Their transphobic slate of hate legislation.
Phobe. Hate. It's hate. If you're against this, you hate trans people. You want them to die. Disagreement is the same as saying, I want you to die. Wait, put your hand over your heart again. You feel that? They're tugging at your heartstrings again. And look at this big fucking NBA power forward with a tiara on his big ass head. You can see his Adam's apple from here. And these are the people who are supposed to be making decisions. Look at this fucking idiot right here. Look at this serial killer back here.
Are erasing our trans babies.
You see how happy she was with herself after saying that? You are erasing our trans babies. Boom, said it. You hit take that. You see how happy they are with themselves for pushing this shit? You see what a collection of freaks these people are?
Honestly, I'm here for all of the bills personally, as a Black person and also a woman of color from the trans experience.
We're seeing a lot of...
Who is fucking that dude? As a Black person from the trans experience, it's just an experience. It's like walking through an exhibit at Disneyland or something. It's an experience. Who's fucking that dude?
Of attacks on the LGBTQ community. Ultimately, we want these bills not to pass. We want to make sure that our lawmakers know what's important to Floridians.
We are here to resist.
We are here to resist, and we want everybody to know what Floridians think. Take that, DeSantis, you dickhead. We are here because you guys are trying to silence us, and you hate us, and you're trying to silence, you're trying to erase our trans babies. Listen to these fucking clowns.
Their transphobic slate of hate legislation.
You are erasing our trans babies.
Trans babies! Look how fucking happy she was with herself. Look how happy she was with herself after she spewed that bullshit. Look at this big motherfucker right here. Somebody send me the roster from the 2022 Miami Dolphins and see if this motherfucker's on there. Look at him. Golly.
Honestly,
Look at this motherfucker. What's that movie that Forrest Whitaker was in where he played the African king or something? What movie? What movie was that? I don't even want to look that shit up. Somebody tell me in the comment section. Fucking, what movie is that where Forrest Whitaker plays this African general or some shit? It's like something Scotland or something. Last King of Scotland. Thank you for that. The Last King of fucking Scotland. That's what this fool looks like. Thank you, Jordy's Metal Shop. Faithless. You guys are the first two I saw. Thank you. Look at this shit. You're telling me that's a woman. I'm supposed to believe that that's a woman and that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, or bulges about it. There's no ifs, ands, or dicks about it. That is a woman. As a straight man, you're supposed to saddle up to that. You're supposed to be the little spoon now. Man, we are supposed to be the little spoons. This is the new woman. Get the fuck out of here. Tell Forrest Whitaker to get out of here with that shit. Oh, sorry, I have to turn the sound on.
We're seeing a lot of attacks on the LGBTQ community. Ultimately, we want these...
Really? You're seeing a lot of attacks. Where? Where are these attacks? Where's all the footage of people, these trans people just being beat down? And how do you know somebody's trans unless they tell you? I mean... Unless you look like the fucking last king of Scotland there, then so I take that back. In most cases, it's pretty easy to tell. Because they all look fucking crazy. There's always some big ass man trying to squeeze his fucking foot into some woman's footwear. Oh, and you guys ain't gonna get away that easy. Speaking of real women, here we go. As we make our way through we're at the midpoint of Women's Heritage Month. So enjoy this, please. Okay, I'm back. Now, I'm sorry about that. Sorry if you were ingesting food or you had recently ingested food because it's gone now. But that picture, this picture right here, one more time. I know Arun Face says, no, please. I know, but we have to get through this. Let's rip off this Band-Aid. That right there is Elliott Page, or formerly known as Ellen Page. Remember, there used to be this movie, Brian King B. Falcon. What is that? I'll explain right now. It's a good question, though. What the fuck is that? So I remember back in the, I think it was like 2006 or something. It was this movie called Hard Candy. And it was about this woman, but she looked like a girl. You know, some women just look really, really young. So she looked like a girl. So she lured this pedophile in, thinking he was going to get some. This movie was basically how you wish To Catch a Predator would end. And spoiler alert, she ends up fucking this dude up pretty bad, but it was played by Elliott Page, not this wonderful young man we see in front of us right now. This is Elliott Page. And as you can see, Elliott went ahead and took her tits and tossed them. No cancer, didn't have to, just, this is what I am now, toss it. And so she decided to live her life as a fucking dude. And now it's Elliott Page. And let me go back just so you look in her eyes. Look in her eyes so you can see the happiness in there. Her eyes look like, fucking help me, help me. That's what it looks like. Looks like she needs some help. I guarantee you she ain't happy. Guarantee you that motherfucker's not happy. But they'll tell you they will. They'll tell you they are. If you ain't fucking happy, no way are you happy. Because happy people don't cut their body parts off. Happy people don't take their dick and fold it inside out like a busted hot dog in the microwave and say, this is a vagina. There's no clitoris in there. There's no there's no urethra or whatever. There's no way for me to pee. It's just, and this word's going to be gross, but I'm giving you a heads up. It's just a fucking gash. That's all it is. You let somebody take a scalpel and go hit in the middle of your legs and give you a fucking open wound that you must continually care for so it doesn't close or get infected. Now with regular genitals, some soap and water, it's pretty much, you're good. Keep it out of nasty vaginas, keep nasty dicks out of it, depending on what you got, and you're good. There's no constant regimen of fucking medication you got to take. I can't be away from the house for more than 3 hours because I got to go home and keep my vagina open pills. What the vagina? What? That's better than what you had before. I don't know, dog. I don't know. But hey, they're totally fine. Their mental health is A-okay. You're the one with the problem. You are. Not them. Not this motherfucker. Not him. Her. It. No, that person's fine. You? You're the one who's all fucked up. Really? Really? Okay. Well, call me whatever the fuck you want. I am happy being just the way I am. Ugh, my goodness. If you got to do that much, then you probably shouldn't have it. Like I tell my kids, if they get something that has to be assembled, if it's difficult, you're doing it wrong. Because when you sell something to the general public, to the masses, you don't know the intelligence level of who's going to buy it. So you have to make it easy for anybody to assemble it. So if it's difficult, you're doing it wrong. Same goes for your downstage. If it's difficult, you're doing it wrong. Ooh. Sister Shirley. I did a short on that, but I'll talk about that too. I will talk about Drew Barrymore getting on her fucking knees like an idiot. DM, thank you. Says my sister had a mastectomy. Beyond disgusting. Well, these people, this fool right here, this dude right here, and I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay now. This dude right here got a double mastectomy. Just cause I want to be a dude now. I want to look like a dude. And this motherfucker, Elliott Page, and I'm sure her parents are like, ooh, I'm so glad you fucked yourself up. But Elliott Page is 5'1". Judging by this, hold on. 90, 95 pounds. And hey, men come in all shapes and sizes. But you are awfully small for a dude. 5'1", 95 pounds. I don't know. I don't know, player. Holy shit. That's all bad. That's all bad. Andrew Justice says, will not be a spoon, always be a fork or a butter knife. I don't know, man. That depends. If you want to live in the old world like we live here, if you want to live in the new world, you want to go to the new world, you want to be 2023 with it, then you might have to be that little spoon, man. That's just all there is to it. Ain't nothing to it but to spoon it, right? Ugh. That's fucked. Pure blood's shelling here at the earth. I'm not touching that. But I think what you mean are the Oaxacas. The little tiny dark-skinned people from south of the border. Hey, my friend, you motherfucker. Those guys. Miss S66, exactly. Doctors doing this are disgusting. Because just because you go to a doctor and say, hey, cut my tits off, that doesn't mean they should do it. But I mean, then again, you're an adult, fuck it. Now the doctor's doing it to children, wood chipper. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it at that. But if you're doing it to a child, yeah, that's fucked up. If you're an adult, hey, they're your tits. Eh? They're your fucking tits. Your sweater meat. Eh? Fucking crazy. Woo. But yeah, Miss Shirley, Sister Shirley, excuse me. Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. Drew Barrymore, she lost her fucking mind. Lost it, all of it. Drew Barrymore and her weird stroke mouth. Oh, so nasty. So nasty. Girl, you nasty. Look at this shit. So apparently Drew Barrymore has a talk show. I guess that's part of it. When you where you're a not so hot actress anymore, you get a talk show in the middle of the day. But this right here, this shit right here, this is Dylan Mulvaney, Mr. Day 72, being a girl, and tampons. Where do we put them? I got an idea for where you need to stick that tampon, you fucking weirdo. But this is her right here on her talk show. And she's on, your eyes do not deceive you. She is on her knees in front of this dude. And I don't even remember what they were talking about. I saw the clip not too long ago. And this right here is another picture of Dylan just being a girl, frolicking in the meadow with some booty shorts and a sports bra to hold in the tits that I don't have. So she's on her knees talking to her. And it's so funny that these idiots talk all this misogyny. Oh, there they are now. She's sitting Indian style. Oops, I'm sorry. You can't say that anymore. She's sitting crisscross applesauce. Look how much bigger this motherfucker is than her. Ew. So now they're sitting on the floor. The audience is probably getting a good shot of his penis because he's wearing a dress. They're probably getting a good shot of that dick because he's wearing a dress. That is just a fucking mockery of womanhood. When did we stop keeping this relegated to clubs? You want to get drunk with your girlfriends and go watch some drag queens? Go for it. But this is center stage, mainstream. Now you have a real actual woman who has a clam down here, and she's acting like this dude who has a dick right here is a woman. Not, I support you dressing like a woman and I support you wanting to live your life as like you're a woman, but no, you are a woman. You're part of the club. You're in the gang. You're one of us. One of them is telling this that he's one of them. She probably thinks he's more of a woman than she is. Probably. Now, let's be honest. Drew Barrymore has probably been on her knees a lot in front of a man, but probably not in front of a man like this. Holy hell. That is some gross shit. Ew. Ew, sir. Your penis is showing, miss. Sorry. Just makes me sick. Saw some supers up here. I didn't forget about you. Hold on. Hold up. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Very active super chat or chat in general, because it's taking me a long time to get back up here to where the super chats were. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying this is why it's taking me so long. So I'm just trying to get back up to them. There goes one of them. We have one more. And shout out to Shanth and Gabe. It's Wednesday, people. You know where I'm going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over on Gabe's channel for Double Impact. Double Impact Triple Threat. Tonight we are talking about Major Payne. Hilarious movie starring Damon Wayans and his son and a bunch of other kids whose faces you'll recognize from the 90s. But hilarious movie. Can't wait to see it. Maybe Biden should have screened that movie instead of the one about Emmett Till at the White House. But anyway, J954, thank you. Says Kamala is a smokescreen, y'all. An annoying distraction to get our attention off Ukraine, the border, banks collapsing, China, etc. Stay frosty, JG. I promise. That's right. A lot of shit going on. A lot of shit going on. Another bank bailout. How come every time a bank or an industry needs to be bailed out, Biden is in the administration? Because last time this happened, it was the exalted one, Obama. That's the first thing I've ever done wrong in my life. And he was vice president then. Now he's president now. Coinky dink. Miss S66, thank you for the £9.99, milady. So yes, big fun over there at Double Impact tonight. Better make sure your ass is over there. I know Roomfae's going to be there. She's always in the building. Thank you for the Hamilton. I couldn't deal with this crap. If it wasn't for you, Jericho, thanks for the laughs. That's why we need this is the biggest therapy session in the world. Where else can you get 516 people together on one couch to talk about what the fuck is going on around here? My goodness. This shit is terrible. But despite all this crazy shit that they're showing us, this is still a very minute portion of the population. Most people don't believe this horse shit. Most people aren't going to go for this horse shit. But right now, for some reason, they have the tallest soapbox and the loudest bullhorn. So here we are dealing with this shit. Looking at a dude dressed like a chick, and just because he's tall and slender and has, feminine features, man, you don't look like no fucking woman. You're a man. God, that shit's nasty. Game Hinge Patriot, thank you for the $17.76. I can see the Statue of Liberty emoji, but I don't see the one next to it. It's too tiny on my screen. That's neither here nor there. I thank you. Thank you so much. We got one more. There it is. Space Truckin' LLC. Thank you for the Hamilton. Sup, JG. The other funny thing about Drew and Dylan, the biological man is wearing the dress and the biological woman is wearing the suit. Welcome to 2023. Shaking my motherfucking head. Yeah, man, that's true. The dude is wearing the dress. So we've literally switched places. She looks like, remember that Frosted Mini Wheats commercial where the boy put on his dad's suit and it was all oversized and shit and he looked silly? That's what she looks like in that fucking suit. And he looks equally ridiculous, if not more, in that dress. Gross. fucking gross. And speaking of Dylan, he's the new face of KitchenAid. That's right. That mixer you got in your house. I know I got one. I bought one for my wife years ago. Well, Dylan Mulvaney is now the face of KitchenAid. So now when you buy a KitchenAid mixer, it's going to come with a big pink dildo inside of it when you unwrap it. Gross. Not cool. Not cool at all. Oh, let's talk about them damn Africans, huh? Oh, boy. Okay. Miss Auntie Tom, what up? Good to have you back here. The problem is how many Gen Z are going to take over society with this crap. I hope that, again, this is a minute portion of the population. I hope that most Gen Zers are not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. And that takes on a whole new meaning these days. I hope so. Tammy A, nice play on words. Kitchen aids now. Take the E off the end and replace it with an S. And that's the kind of kitchen aids you're going to get now. Roquita Johnson says, sticking with the old school hand mix. You might have to now. That might be safer. The hand mixer won't try to fuck you. Simeon Merriweather, thank you very much for that. Preach. Man, those people are fucked up. Ew. You know, her kneeling down in front of that dude is the equivalent of people who, like when you see the videos of the people, the white people who are just, you know, just fraught with guilt, with white liberal guilt, that they wash black people's feet. You guys seen them fucking videos? White people were on their hands and knees, and black people were sitting in chairs, and they're washing their fucking feet. Ew. But that is the equivalent. You getting on your knees and groveling at these people's feet for some kind of acceptance? What do you care? You think when Drew Barrymore pulls up to her multi-million-dollar home and walks in her foyer with an echo that she's thinking about Dylan Mulvaney? So why do you want this acceptance from these people? That shit's weird. That shit is fucking weird. Why do you care? I got enough shit to care about that's legitimate. I don't need to care about stupid shit like the acceptance of somebody I'll never meet, please. At ease, disease. But let's check in on these Africans, these MAGA beaters. Crazy white folk. They just started. Hold on, here we go. The right-winged angel. Shout out to my boy Oliver Mack. Yeah, my goodness. God. Man, if you were, just imagine if you were like an alien and you were looking down at this planet. You're just like, fuck, man. What's wrong with these people? What the hell is wrong with these damn people? I know. So let me find it here. There we go. So here they are, the brothers Nigerian. And before I play it, what's funny is you'll hear people talking shit. You can see it's on Fox Nation. And people are like, oh, Fox Nation, they're racist. Why does it matter? If it's the truth, it doesn't change what happened. It doesn't make this lie become true just because it's presented by Fox Nation. It doesn't change the fact that this is footage of the two men who were involved telling you what really happened. I don't care who gives me the truth. Just give it to me. I'm only human. Okay, I'll start that from the beginning. Here we go. All right. Booyakasha.
They took our beautiful bench. This is where we waited for Jussie to come before we attacked them. So we got here with 10 minutes to spare, and we had to plan our escape route to survey the land. His building is actually right here, right above the stairs that we're going to attack him at. We made sure we got there at 2 a.m. sharp.
On the dot.
On the dot. We had no phones because he did not want us to bring any phones. He said, so we don't lose them. I don't know if that's really the reason, but you can deduce your own reason. So 2 a.m., he was nowhere to be found. He was not there. So we were like, damn, what do? We didn't have no way of contacting him. He had no way of contacting us. So we waited here for about, what, 4 minutes?
It was about 4
Roughly
minutes,
4 minutes.
but it felt like forever.
Because it was cold as balls. So I saw.
That's right. Remember, it was negative 21 degrees. Even if you're from Chicago or the Midwest, don't you know? That's pretty damn cold, right? Minus 21 degrees outside, waiting for this idiot. Here we go.
Him out the corner of my eye, and I was like, okay, that's him. Let's go. We gotta go get this Empire fat. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Is that him?
That's that nigga.
That's that nigga.
Get that nigga.
Oh, he's moving fast. Come on, let's get him.
Get that nigga.
Let's get him. As we crossed the street, we said, hey, to get his attention.
Hey, Nick.
Hey. He turned around, looked at us, and that's when we started yelling the famous slurs he wanted us to yell. Hey,
aren't you that Empire?
Hey, Empire fat Nick. It's MAGA country. Yeah. And then he said, what did you say to me? And then that's when I threw the first punch at him. I held the blow because I didn't want to hurt him, of course. So I made it look real.
And that's something that I mentioned the day after this shit broke. Was it 3 years ago or something like that? That's one of the things I mentioned is they showed his face. They showed Juicy's face because when he got back to his apartment and he had to call the police and shit, you could see on the police's body cam and you could see the pictures that they released of his face. And he just had some slight swelling under his eye. And I said at the time, he must have came across the weakest white supremacists in the world. Like they must have been so physically weak. He must have got the frail dope fiend, emaciated white supremacists to attack him, because if two guys jump you and they are fueled by racial hatred, they've been telling us for so long how racially hateful this country is. So these guys are filled with racial hatred and anti this and anti that and the phobes and the ist. And that's all they gave you? Was a slightly puffy eye? It looked like you might have got a bee sting or something, maybe. Or maybe you ate something that you're allergic to a little bit. Just a little bit of slight swelling under one eye is what you get from two angry racists who waited out in a fucking polar vortex to beat your ass. And Juicy Smollett ain't no fighter. He ain't no badass. Them two dudes would have kicked the shit out of him. But then we come to find out, he didn't get jumped in the first place, bitch.
But I held it. Then we started tussling, moving around, and then I threw him to the ground. He wanted it to look like he fought back. That was very important for him. because he said, hey, don't just beat my ass, make it look like I'm fighting back and whatnot. So we did that, and then I threw him to the ground. And after I threw him to the ground, he had no bruise. I wanted it to look more real. So then I threw him to the ground. After I threw him to the ground, I used my knuckle and gave him a noogie. So
a noogie. If I were the judge in this case, as soon as somebody said a noogie was involved, case closed, Juicy, you're going to jail. A noogie. You can't take anything serious if the word noogie is in it.
I went like this. Why did I do that? To give him a scar, to give him a mark, to make it look real, like he really did get his ass.
Look at that shit. You got jumped by two hateful racists, and that's all you got.
Ass beat. After I did that, I fake kicked him. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't paying attention.
That's where I came around with the bleach, the infamous bleach in the hot sauce bottle, poured it on his shirt. Then I finally put the rope around his face.
And don't forget, bleach freezes at 18 to 19 degrees, and they're out in negative 21 temperatures. Just want to put that out there.
I did not put it around his neck. They took our...
Yeah, he said he didn't put it around his neck. He just put it around his face. And then Juicy pulled it down around his neck. And if you remember the footage, it wasn't even a rope. That was not a rope. That was string. That was what you pull your blinds up and down with. That's what you tie your shoes with. That's what that was. So not only did you find the physically weakest racist possible in the state of Illinois, you also found the ones that bring the least able to hang somebody with rope, I guess. So, where is all the outpouring of support for Juicy now? Where are all the people that are going to come out and say, no, those Africans were lying. They were lying. No, they weren't telling. Why would they do that? Why would they come out and take you on a fucking tour of where it happened if they're not telling the truth? So fucking stupid. Fucking Juicy. They should just beat his ass. They just take Juicy in the town square, have some dad take off his belt and just whoop his ass. You're an idiot. $130,000 later, city of Chicago, for something we knew was bullshit from day one. Brian Hendricks, thank you for the Hamilton. He said, shout out art designer Shant. Looking forward to my bouillabaisse coffee mug. By the way, show props, smash thumbs up. Silicon Valley granola-headed dirt fuckers call it a like. Level up. It's a thumbs up. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad you ordered one of these. Yeah. Be like Brian Hendricks. Be like myself. Get one of those beautiful mugs at mygreengear.com. Thank you, Brian Hendricks. There's more. There are more super duper chats. Green Chicken Man. All right. Thank you for the Hamilton. How does it make you feel knowing they keep looping black people in with the alphabet soup group? It's fucking stupid. And I call it the Voltron theory. You know, if your cause, racism, whatever the fuck it is so weak, it's so weak that you can't get the traction, you can't get the attention that you want. But if you come together like the liquid metal from Terminator 2 when they crashed in that smelting place and he thought he killed the liquid Terminator, but it started melting and you see all the little drops, the little pieces of the liquid Terminator turn back into liquid and they come and form the Terminator itself. They have to bring all their stupid causes together to create one fucking social mess that we're dealing with now. And these pro-black idiots are good for this. Oh, who is it? Who wants to help us? Who wants to join our stupid group? Who wants to join our stupid cause? No, you're mentally unstable. It doesn't matter. Help us out. Come on. And then when they invite these idiots in, they leapfrog their stupid ass and get the shit that they're crying about. These people, can they be that stupid? I think so. Aria, thank you very much for, I'm not sure what denomination of money that is, but guess what? It don't matter. I'm thankful for it. Appreciate it. She says, juicy news. That's right. Juicy news. 100% bullshit all the time. Everything you hear will be a lie. And he's in the interview, he goes, and I wanted to fight back because I wanted the little gay boy out there watching this to know that you could fight back. Shut the fuck up. There's only one capacity you're thinking about little gay boys in, Juicy, and you know it. Simeon Merriweather, also a new member, and also, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like, how silly was that? 3 years later, if we look back on that bullshit, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. Like, you really thought somebody was going to believe that. And I said it back then. I said it on the video I did the day after. I believe this whole plan was hatched in a post-coital pile of dicks and African sweat. These guys were getting their bang on. They were playing that game, whose dick is it anyway? And they hatched this plan. This shit was stupid. And you expected people to believe it? Come on, dog. Now, if you lived in Alabama or something, hey, boy, fucking, it's mega country here. Maybe. But you're in Chicago, where Obama's from, and that's MAGA country? Shut the fuck up. Even if you were like in some rural part of Illinois, maybe. But you're in downtown Chicago, and that's where you run into fucking Boss Hog. I don't think so. And I don't think anybody really believed this stupid ass. I just think that people, either they're in Hollywood or some shit. There's another reason that they got out in public and said that they believe this fucking dummy. But there's no way. There's no way that anybody really believed that shit. They can't be that stupid, can they? That's like watching a child lie to you. It's embarrassing. It's painful to watch. Please stop. Simeon Merriweather, thank you again. Listening to you for years, still funny as hell. Thank you very much. I hope I've gotten funnier. What the fuck? Who believed that? And then I fought back, and then they put a noose around my neck, and then they poured bleach on me. Hey, Juicy, you fucking dummy. Nothing's being poured in negative 21-degree temperatures. Nothing's being poured because it freezes. Okay, guys, how about some good news? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? I think it's time. Hydrate, people. Don't fuck around. So, I don't know if you've been checking out my shorts that I've been doing on Instagram and YouTube. But over the weekend, the Green family had 2 new additions. So first, I wanted to introduce you to our new, they're both healthy baby girls, so I'm thankful for that. But they're new additions to our family. I'd like to introduce you to Glock 34. Drop that. She's beautiful, healthy, slender. I love that port right there. Woo! A little longer than the Glock 17. It's basically a Glock 17 with a longer barrel. They even take the same magazines. Love it. Been looking forward to this for a long time. I've mentioned this before. When I went to the front sight school about a year and a half ago, my range buddy, shout out to Billy. Billy! He had a Glock 34. And man, he was tearing it up. Accurate as shit. I was like, man, I want one of those. So finally, I got it. I love you. No, I love you. So, also, they're twin. They're not twins. They're fraternal twins. But this one was born about a minute before the last one. But this right here is the Glock 29 10 mil. Look at that. Woo! That's all business. Wide. She thick as peanut butter. Now this one, it's the compact. So I've never shot a 10 mil before. So I'm excited to take it to the range and feel, just how much kick this bad boy has, because I want to use it as a concealed carry. But I think J954 was telling me yesterday that it might be a bit much because you don't want it to go through your target. But I think with the right ammo, some hollow points or something, that this will be a good concealed carry weapon. As you can see, she's stocky. And this right here helps it give you a little more grip. Even still, you can see my hands, my pinky has no one to grab onto. That's why, even with the little short mag, but I got the regular size mag. So that gives me a little more to grab onto, and I can, bang, bang. But I'm excited to shoot a 10 millimeter, and the 10 mil bullets ain't no bullshit. That's some real shit. That's between like a 9 millimeter and a 45. So looking forward to it. But those are our two new additions. Please welcome them with open arms to the Green family. And I think the 10 mil, she's going to live in here with me. Yeah, room face. She a fatty. She thick. 2 C's. 34, I think she's going in the house, but the 29, she's going to stay out here with me, just in case, anybody wants to act up in the studio. I think she'll do some good crowd control. Alien Testosterone, explain that mag. Which one? The one in the 10 mil? Because I think it's, hold on. The Glock 10 millimeter. So yeah, it's the Glock 20. Or is it the Glock? I think it's the Glock 40. The Glock 40 is the full frame. This is a short frame, so I guess it'd be the full frame, whatever the technical term is for that. So this magazine would fit into that one. But I liked it. I like it in this one because it gives me more to hold on to. With a 10 mil, from what I understand, you're going to need more to hold on to. So is that the one you're talking? Is that the magazine you want me to explain? Explain? You have so explaining to do, Lucy. Scott says 10 millimeter depleted uranium rounds. I don't think I have those, man. I don't think I have those. Nitro fan, yeah, the Glock 34, that's a 9 mil. That's a lung blower round right there. That'll blow a lung right out of the body. Fire mission, time for an AR. You're right. You are right. Elwin, Glocks are shit. Get a 500 mag. Nah, man. I like Glocks. That's right, Adam Smith. I take the Uzi 9 millimeter. Hey, you can't do that. Wrong. Boom. Thank you, Ray Stewart. 29, 20, and the 40. Those are all 10 mil Glocks. DM, thank you again. Says, my dad, who I miss dearly, was Navy. Good man. Appreciate your service. Glock is freedom. Second all the way. Trump all day. Hail JG, salty cracker, critical drinker. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Again. Or I assume you're a dude. If I misgendered you, DM, let me know, because I do not want to misgender anybody. Yeah, Creole lady says hollow. Yeah, I'm gonna get the hollow points for it for sure. Elvin says Mossberg's like $600. I got a Mossberg 500 tactical persuader. She's my big girl. Someone says Glocks aren't comfortable in my hands. I've tried several. Well, at least you tried. But they're not for everybody. You know what I mean? I like Glocks. They happen to be the first gun that I bought. Maybe that's what made me fall in love with it. But I love them. That's right, Derek Molino. I love them both equally. I love them both equally. Aria, and I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you again. Gender fluid thick girl bad boy. That's right. Gender fluidity doesn't just stop with humans. It can also apply to inanimate objects. Thank you. Scott says, shoot them right in the face. If I have to, I will, man. I will. Cyan Bloodbane. Can't get CCL in California. You can. It depends on the sheriff. If you have a sheriff that's cool, that's, you know, conservative and doesn't mind handing out the CCWs, then you can get them. But sometimes the sheriffs aren't cool like that. Elwin, Glock is an inaccurate piece of shit, but 10 mil is the best caliber. Elwin, why do you have such hate for Glocks, man? Whatever, people have their preference, man. I'm not hating on that, but I'm definitely, this is a Glock house. And I'm pretty damn accurate with it. Broman, dude, get a 1911 and 10 mil like an adult. Well, I had an opportunity to get a 1911 10 mil, but for some reason I didn't. I still might. But believe me, this 10 mil is definitely an adult gun. Trust me on that one. Yeah, Chozo Ghost, that's what I'm thinking. It says 10 mil subcompact. Boy, that's going to break your wrist. We'll see. I was a teenager before. My wrist is pretty strong, huh, fellas? Huh? You ain't breaking this wrist. No, Adam Smith says, give us an office pop, JG. What was that? The desk pop from other guys? No, I'm not doing that. Rome 13, coochie coo. I know, right? They're cute little babies. Love them both. I'll let you guys know. This weekend, my brother-in-law is going to be in town, so if we could sneak away, we're going to go hit the range, and I'll let you guys know. Or, shit, I might even film it. Me shooting a 10 mil for the first time. Popping that 10 millimeter cherry. Weapon X, Glock 45. Go hard or go home. What is the Glock 45? I have a Glock 21 that is a 45. She's cool too. I had a chance to get one of those, but I was like, I already got one. So, oh, it's a 9 mil. Okay, compact 9 mil. So just like the Glock 26, it's compact 9 mil. This looks like a Gen 5. Those aren't allowed in California. You heard it right. Gen 5 is not allowed in California. Crazy. DM, thank you again. I'm white like Trump. Not a racist. Good, man. I didn't think you were. Contrary to popular belief, white people aren't racist just because they're white. Sister Shirley, JG or Jericho. I couldn't find your channel on Rumble yesterday. I don't know. Jericho Green. I'll see if I can find a link. If anybody can find a link, throw it up in here for me. Username, I will take video so you can see it. Why? You want me to shoot it and go as it jumps out of my hands when I shoot it? You think I'm gonna make that sound when I shoot it? We'll see. I mean, I've shot 44s, 357, 45, so I think I'll be all right. Alien testosterone, you're right. I'm not black because I didn't vote for Biden. And he said that clear as day. If you don't know whether you're going to vote for me or Trump, you're not black, just like the black church that I grew up in, or the Puerto Rican church, or the Catholic church. I went to all the churches. Mitchell McNeely, 20 millimeter cannon. I can't get one of those, man. And neither can you. And if you do get one, Mitchell, don't tell nobody. Because the feds will definitely come visit. You ain't supposed to have that. Alien robot ghost. Jericho, if we don't see that video, there will be problems. All right. I will. Andrew Justice, peace out. Thank you. I'm about to peace out myself, too. No, I don't think I am, Nicholas X. I don't think I'm a member of the USCCA. Should I be? So, yeah, guys, when I do shoot this bad boy and get all 10X with it, I will film it and I will upload it because I'm not afraid. I will show you the real me. Yeah, Raquita Johnson. DeSantis is sending a clear message to the venues in Florida. Yeah, he just yanked Hyatt Regency's liquor license for having a show with a bunch of perverts shaking their dick in front of kids. And that's where you got to hit these people. You got to kick them right in their fucking wallet. You can't fuck around with them. And to lose your liquor license? Whoa! When you're a hotel, I can imagine what their income is as far as alcohol. What are their alcohol sales at the Hyatt Regency? It's probably very important, and they're going to notice that money. Alien Robot Ghost, give us some Mossberg 2 for good measure. If I go to the outdoor range, if I go to the BLM land, I will. If I go to the indoor range, which is a lot closer, you can't shoot rifles in there. Only pistol range. So we'll see. Either way, you're going to see me shoot some shit. So that's all that matters. Losing your liquor license. Whew. And Raquita Johnson, good point. It's spring break too. So that's got to be 80% of their business is fucking alcohol to those drunk ass co-eds. But that's what you get. That's what you get. When you do perverted shit like that under the guise of being a woke dumbass, this is what you get. Derek Molino, could you do live, Instagram live? I've never done an Instagram live. I will. Fuck it. We're doing lives everywhere else. So yeah, I'll do one. And I'll give you guys a heads up, give you time to come check it out. But yeah, I'll do an Instagram live. First, I don't even know why I haven't. I just haven't. Dino Mike, Jericho, you ever seen Black Rambo on YouTube? I have. I like his shit. Let's see. Elwin, my man. Elwin does not like Glocks. Thank you, though. He says, get a big booty Latina target cut out. I tell you what, and of course, I don't want this to happen to those people, but if I were able to find targets with the faces of some of our favorite leftist turds on it, I would definitely use them. Faux show. The Vegan Cat, I'm good. How are you? All right, guys, that's it. We've done enough. You were great. I was great. We were great. Tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Where am I going to be? Double Impact with Shant and Gabe breaking down scene by scene Major Pain. And mañana, I'm going to be on B. Tatum's live. He's doing live streams again. I know it's been a minute. So I will be on his live stream tomorrow. I believe it's 7 o'clock, but I'll post shit. I'll let you guys know when and where. Hope you guys come kick it over there and check it out. That's right, Game Hinge Patriot, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, Double Impact. Can't wait. Keep it locked right here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. And just imagine what is going to happen between now and tomorrow. Whatever the fuck it is, we're going to hash it out, okay? Raquita Johnson, when are you doing a Major Pain review? That'll be tonight, 7 p.m. I will put the link in the description box. Let me get it from Gabe's page. Nope. It's right here. Here it is. Major Pain. Share. Link. Got it. Here we go. About to put it on my home. Got it. There we go. Bam. There it is. So that's where it will be. Myself, Gabe, Shant, tonight, scene by scene. It's going to be fucking hilarious. If you've ever seen the movie, which I hope you have, funny as hell. The way he treats those kids. So funny. And now, you know, if they remade Major Pain, at least 2 of those kids are going to be non-binary Ku Klux trans members, and he wouldn't even be allowed to say close to what he was saying to those kids in that movie. There's a scene where he moves them from the dorms, because it's at some military prep school, and he moves them from the comfort of their dorm out to what looks like an old greenhouse where, thanks, Thomas Bailey, appreciate that. Thanks for being here. But it's like out, like on the edge of the forest. It's cold, it's dirty. There's like some racks in there, you know, some beds and shit, and that's where they stay. And then one of them says, "Sir, I think I speak for everybody else when I say these accommodations are unacceptable." And he goes, "Really?" Cut to All the kids are buried up to their neck in the mud in the middle of the night, and he's walking around spraying them with the water hose. And then he's like singing cadence. Basically, the kids are saying, he's saying, I'm not going to complain about where I stay, right? And so then after he's done chastising them and punishing them for speaking up and talking shit, he says, uproot yourself, my little scrotum sacks, because tomorrow we're going to start the hard stuff. Then he makes fun of a kid that's deaf. I mean, it's hilarious. But if they made that now, I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't even put that out in the universe, man. But it's going to be funny as shit. We're going to have a good time. So please be there. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I put the link in there. Join me, Gabe, Shant, and who happen to be two world-class artists. I'm not bullshit. I'm not saying that because they're my homies and I do a show with them. Look at their work. See for yourself. But two world-class artists, and we all hang out and have a great time. It's fucking hilarious. Be there. Thank you, guys. I'm up out of here. And remember, you were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.